Hey guys, how's it going? It's Moshe from New Jaffa here with you with the cooking class. Today we're gonna do a Fricassee sandwich, bread, which we all know the famous sandwich that we have here in New Jaffa. So we're gonna go step by step of how to make the bread and the final product with actually all the ingredients that goes into the sandwich. So the equipment that you need to have for this task is stand mixer. You can do it by hand, but stand mixer is actually better, more efficient, more quick, make your life easier. 1 kilo of flour, 3 cups of water, 2 spoons of dry yeast, 1 spoon of salt, half a cup of oil, 2 spoons of sugar, and 1 egg. So we take the plain flour in a bowl, put it in, twist it, and you put the salt first, and you put it in, and you let it start working a little bit. You take the dry yeast, you put it in the water, and you mix. While it sits in the water, you put the sugar, twist, and you take all this mixture and you put it in. You add the rest of the water. Then we put the eggs in. And lastly, we put the oil in. You let it work for about 5 to 10 minutes, 8 minutes. All the dough will get together. You want it to have like a smooth kind of dough. After the dough look kind of alright, soft to the touch, bond together, you open up the top, and what you do is take off the machine, a little bit of flour, take all the dough out, what you do is you start working with your hand, folding in. If you need to add a little bit more flour, you can just add a little bit more flour, and you prevent it from sticking to your hand until you get a smooth dough like that. As you can see, it's ready, it's smooth, it's all get together. You put it inside the bowl and you let it rest for about 1 hour to kind of raise a little bit more. After we let the dough raise and prove a little bit, for the rolls, it's pretty much look like that. As you can see, it's kind of double itself up, and we're gonna kind of divide it to rolls, and I will show you the way to do it. So you put a little bit of flour, and what you do is the dough smells amazing actually, and you start to work it out. As you can see, you take it from outside to inside, and then you get the dough to the original size. After we work the dough, what we're gonna do is we'll divide it to serves, which is gonna be about 80 grams per serve. So you're gonna probably cut it to half. I use a bread knife. You can use pastry, card, doesn't really matter. Whatever you feel easier for you. I will just cut it to smaller sizes, which I think it's gonna be about 80 grams. Let's see. The technique to actually roll it is pretty much you create a ball with your hand, like a half a ball shape, and you just go with a circle. Just go with a circle motion, and then beautiful bowl. So now is the step where we mold it to a bread roll and we place it on silicone paper. We put it in a warm place to kind of get it like double its size. As soon as it gets the size, that's the part that we're gonna deep fry it. So what we do is you kind of molding it, put a little bit of flour. You don't want it to stick, that's why you put in the flour. And you mold it pretty much and flatten it out to the shape and the size that you want to have the roll. Now I'm doing it 80 grams, but you can guys do it at double. It depends how big you want to have the roll. On a stick, and then that's the pretty much size. You place it on the silicone paper and you let it prove for about 45 minutes to an hour until it's kind of doubles up, and what we'll have is like a soft spongy roll. And then we're gonna deep fry it, which is gonna be the last step before we're actually making the sandwich. We pretty much prove it. As you can see, it's double the size. And what you do with the silicone paper, you just put it inside the oil. Be careful, it's very, very dangerous. Put a little bit oil on top. And then what it will do is it will pretty much release the silicone paper off it. And then what you do is 200 degrees oil for 2 minutes, and then you turn it over another 2 minutes. So after we made the bread, we roll it, we let it prove. That's the final product, and I will show you how to make the Tunisian sandwich. So you cut it to half, and you put in harissa, which by the way you can get from New Jaffa. We're selling it over the jar. It all depends how much spice you like. You can feel free to put whatever you want. Spread it all out, a little bit on the top. After we put the harissa, we go into the tuna. So we take the tuna, again you can put a lot, you can put less, it's up to you guys. Get rid of most of the oil that you have from the tuna. And after the tuna we go into the capers and the sliced black olives. So you put a little bit of capers, black olives, a little bit more capers. We're gonna put potatoes, spread it as you like. Look how good it's looking. And at the end, you're putting sliced boiled egg on the top. And we take the top, put it on top. Traditional Tunisian sandwich. I'm gonna have a bite. This is unbelievable. So there was how to make the fricassee sandwich, and this is the end result. This tastes amazing.